We're in McCool's talking to their most famous customer, Pat Nevin. So Pat, you're back playing football in Scotland. What's that like?
It's brilliant to be back. I've been trying to get back up the road now for between 13 and 15 years. Only meant to get down for a couple of years to England, but enjoyed my time, but it's brilliant to be back up home again.
So did you always intend finishing your career up back in Scotland?
Yeah, you know, you have to go where the work is. I mean, like a lot of people, you go where the work is, and I've never really been offered a job up here. And finally, Kilmarnock came in, totally unexpectedly. I'm 33 now, you know, I was 33 when I signed for them, so it's getting on a bit, but I'm still feeling good, Nick, and I'm enjoying it so far. I've got myself match fit, which was the main thing, so I was struggling to start, but I'm enjoying it now.
Are you one of these players, Pat, who'll play forever, that sometime, if we came back up here in 15 years, you'd be playing centre-back in the Kirkin-Tilloch Sunday League?
No, definitely not. I really didn't expect to play past about 30 because I was never that keen on doing it that long. I didn't think I would enjoy it that long, but each time someone gives you a new contract and you are quite excited about it, you go for it. But certainly I don't fancy going down the leagues because that's damn dangerous when you're rowing a bloody sword, they get tore into you.
You had a long career in England and you played for some terrific clubs, Chelsea and Everton, not the least amongst them. Have you got any memories from those times that you say, well, whatever happens to me now, no one can take that away from me?
I think the whole thing is a good memory. They can't take it away. I mean, as I said, I only meant to do a couple of years, you know, when I first went down. But the fact that I played at the top level for a long time, and even the Tranmere Rovers as well, 4 or 5 years there, but were really quite exceptional and enjoyable. I mean, that's the important thing, I think, not how many cups or league games you win or goals you score. Forget all that. I mean, everyone does that sort of thing. But it's the enjoyment you get out of it and the pleasure you give to other people, and that's the thing that sticks with me.
What about the dosh though? Because if you were 23 rather than 33 now, you would be making mega bucks, wouldn't you, playing in England?
There's a lot of better people around that think that way, and I'm not one of them. There's a lot of better people that have gone out of the game now, you know, they're great players, but I mean, an average player is earning what he was earning at his peak, you know, and they get a wee bit bitter about it. I think that's the way of the world, that's the way of football, it goes on. Don't be bitter about it, encourage them and sort of make sure that the youth that's coming along gets pushed along in the right directions. Wee story here that I probably shouldn't tell, but I'll tell you anyway. When I first went down to Chelsea, I didn't understand the intricacies of Chelsea and Spurs and Arsenal and all that. So my flatmate, Chelsea was the second division at the time, my flatmate said, "Oh, come along and watch Spurs." So I used to go and watch Spurs. Had a real Chelsea fan Chelsea player standing up on the shelf watching Spurs. And Glenn Hoddle was one of those players, along with Hazard and Ardiaz and Villa, and I thought they were fantastic players in their time.
Do you think he could possibly take England to the World Cup and win it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not just down to Glenn Hoddle. I mean, he's done incredibly well. He's taken over from Terry Venables. I'm sure he's the first person to tell you that a lot of this is down to Terry Venables, who put a great grounding in that squad. But I think you've actually got good quality players in England just now. Too many people have been talking down English football for too long, and certainly as PFA chairman for the last 5 years, I was quite intent in making sure that people didn't talk them down too much. I mean, you look at the Premier League in England, just quite simple. Look at the goal of the month every single month. It's better than the goal of the season about 10 years ago. The standard is actually getting better, and it's not all just the foreign players. There's a lot of good homegrown talent there as well.
And what about the achievement of your old boss, Craig Brown, in taking Scotland to the final?
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. I mean, I was involved with the Scotland squad for nearly over a decade actually, and I worked under Steen, then Alec Ferguson, and then Roxburgh, and then Craig Brown himself. And very interesting to see the way it developed. You know, they developed the different ways that they used the team. I mean, they had a lot of stars when I first went in. It has to be said that there wasn't the best atmosphere in the squad in those days. The thing that Roxburgh and latterly Craig Brown have worked on is getting a great squad atmosphere within it, and that's what's taken them as far as it's taken them. And Craig Brown, I have to say, I hold my hands up, even though he left me out of the last squad, and I was a wee bit disappointed not to get to Euro 96. I'm very positive about him. I count him as a friend as well as an ex-manager.
You've actually done a book now, haven't you? Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was doing a lot of writing for The Independent and sort of Verity at the Times and Sunday Times and things like that, and a number of publishers that came along And but I didn't fancy doing a normal football book, so I finally came up with an idea. I was reading, John Cleese had written a book with Professor Robert Skinner, and it was a psychoanalysis book, and I thought that's a great idea to do that, but do it with psychology within football. So I got an expert and together we wrote, I wrote my own stuff, I underline, it's not ghosted, and we wrote about the psychology of football from within, and it's a book with a lot more, hopefully, depth than your average football book, and it's been going down well, it's been getting great reviews, so I'm really, really pleased with how it's turned out.